Just look at these scenes and tell me, aren't we heading straight into a new major global confrontation? The United States has now stepped fully into the situation. An oil tanker coming from Venezuela was intercepted, and you can clearly see American commandos fast roping down from helicopters and taking complete control of the vessel. And remember, this was not a small operation. 2 helicopters, 10 Coast Guard personnel, 10 Marines, and additional special units. A huge deployment just for one tanker. America later claimed the tanker was allegedly supplying an illicit network connected to armed groups. They said they wanted to show the world that a certain support system was being facilitated illegally. But soon it came out that the oil tanker was headed towards Iran. Normally, we hear Iranian tankers go out from Iran, not towards it, so this was an unusual development. Venezuela's president immediately contacted Putin asking for support. Russia issued a strong warning to the U.S. Step back. If you escalate, it will turn into a full-scale conflict, and we are fully standing with Venezuela. Russia made it very clear. We have agreements with Venezuela. If you send your forces, ours will also arrive. Then it's your choice what happens next. They reminded the U.S. that even after 4 years, the Ukraine conflict hasn't been resolved. So imagine what would happen if another front opens up right on America's strategic doorstep. And now the U.S. has deployed more troops and warships, saying this is all to counter illegal trafficking. But the real issue, according to Venezuela, is that America wants control over their natural resources, their oil, and their minerals. They claim a covert regime change plan is being prepared, and Washington wants to install its preferred leadership because the current government refuses to bow down. President Nicolas Maduro openly says, "I will not surrender. I will stand till my last breath." He even mocked U.S. intelligence, saying he uses a phone they cannot hack. Trump, according to reports, has given a green signal. Whatever happens, let it happen. If confrontation breaks out, it breaks out. And this is just the first glimpse. Venezuela is now planning that if the U.S. launches another aggressive move, they may respond militarily. And since Venezuela has Russian defense systems and equipment, the situation becomes even more complicated. In today's world, groups opposing Washington's close allies face consequences. In Venezuela's case, they are aligned with China, Iran, Russia, North Korea, and openly against Israel. That alone places them directly in the path of U.S. geopolitical priorities. Another major factor is the shadow oil trade. Countries like Venezuela and Iran sell oil under disguised names, using different flags and identities because open trade is restricted. And here's the biggest issue. They sell oil at 50% to 60% discount. If global buyers openly started purchasing this cheap oil, global prices would collapse. And the U.S. absolutely does not want that. Because American oil companies only stay profitable when oil stays above a certain price level. Below that, they run at a loss. That's why Washington pressures countries not to buy discounted oil from Russia, Iran, or Venezuela. Venezuela believes the U.S. wants to control its oil fields and minerals, and that regime change attempts are part of this larger agenda. The country faces severe issues, blackouts, inflation, shortages, and every time a nation rich in natural resources faces instability, history shows a pattern: regime change operations, conflicts, or internal chaos. Maduro openly mocks U.S. agencies and says, "Even if my life is at risk, I will not accept foreign control." He believes this is why Washington wants him gone. Trump has reportedly ordered further operations, and now U.S. special units and warships are already positioned. Venezuela fears the next step may be direct confrontation. And if that happens, and Russia steps in with its forces, this region could become the next major global flashpoint. And remember, after the Iran-Israel tensions, Iran revealed that several attempts were recently made to target their leadership. This shows that the entire region is far from stable. This is the situation right now. Don't forget to follow To Truth Uncovered. Like the video, share it, and drop your thoughts in the comments.